which therapist you need.
Therapy Thursday.
Now on Wild 94.1.
I understand therapy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Therapy Thursday is on. This is where we try and do our community service for the folks out there. It's Dr. Davi.
He's here.
It's Meredith, MD.
Checking in.
It's Orlando, BGYN. Stirrups, ladies. 888-429-0941. If you have any question, we'll give you a 60-second session and try and help you out and get you on your way with some good advice. Maybe some will be bad. I mean, we just basically said high school pranks were okay. So I don't know how you want to trust us with the Therapy Thursday, but it is what it is. So let's see what we got. Anybody got one first?
Yes, I have one. This person has texted in a few times, so I'm going to read it. I am married and I have 3 teenage sons. My husband and sons constantly have their hands down their pants when they walk around the house. It's like they're always checking to see if their junk is still attached.
It's a habit.
As the lone female in our household, I find this completely gross, and I've asked them a million times to stop, but it seems their habit is unbreakable. I need advice on how to curb this behavior because I do find myself that it's gross, but they shouldn't be doing this in public too.
Oh, okay. Here's the fix. It's actually easy.
Cut it off.
That's not the fix. That's another fix. Mine was a little easier and less expensive. Tell dad to stop.
Yeah.
You said dad does it, and the kids picking up cues from dad. Mm-hmm. Kids watch their fathers and learn. I see my dad drink the orange juice out of the carton. Guess what I'm going to do? And then you're going to get mad at me, but you can't get mad at him because he's daddy. Mm-hmm. And you really can, but he's still daddy.
Yeah, he's the one that's setting everything up.
Daddy's the one that is teaching you it's okay to touch inside your pants. Now, of course, it's yours. You can touch it if you want to. Body hole, definition and stuff like that. But still,
yeah,
you got to kind of teach your kids where it's appropriate and where it's not appropriate.
Girls aren't walking around doing that all day.
Right. And you know what?
Could.
Honestly, you probably should. Because I got to tell you, every man out there enjoys putting his hands in his pants. They just,
why is that?
It's a thing. I don't know why. But I've always, my mom told, I remember when I was old enough to where my mom was still pulling my clothes out for me. Mm-hmm. And I was laying there on the bed after she had given me a bath. And I was just playing air guitar.
Hibbity dibbity.
And I didn't know what it was. It wasn't like I was menacing, But I was like, and I remember she turned around and was like, hey, boy, stop doing that. And I remember that scolding.
You remember that moment?
And I had to be like 3 or 4. And that's probably scarred me for life, which is why I can't keep my hand out of my pants now. So, teach dad to do right and the kid will do right also.
Okay.
That's what I say. All right. We got a caller coming in. Let's see on line 1. Let me look at the screener. It's Kyle. Kyle, what up?
What's going on, guys?
You got a question for one of the docs in the building?
I do. I'm gonna go with Meredith because I've had a couple other male opinions on it. I want maybe a little bit of a gentler touch, but I also want everyone else.
We don't have a gentle touch, but you can take a shot with Meredith. What you got?
I've been in a relationship for 8 years. We're engaged. I adopted her last kid from her last relationship when we first met. So I'm the only dad that she's known. We have our own kid together, who's 2 now. However, she's still married to her previous ex, hasn't filed for divorce, and it's getting to the point now where we've been together for 8 years, and it's starting to divide us because of that.
It's starting to divide you?
More so than it has before, where now I have to pick either work or the home life that isn't really a home life, but I have an opportunity at work that...
Is she just being lazy about this? It is a long process and paperwork and lawyers and all that. I mean, why hasn't she filed minimum?
No one has that answer, and I can't get it out of her. Her parents, his parents.
What does she say?
Parents. She just said one was a money issue. I make 6 figures a year, so it's definitely not a money issue.
I'm just trying to figure out what her explanation is. Like, point blank.
We got to get to the question because we got to give you a 60-second session. So you got to capsulize this into a question for Meredith.
My biggest question is this the time to pull the plug? If so, how do I do it while I still want to be the father to our other daughter?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I gotcha. I think it's time where I don't like saying the word ultimatum, but it's like, dude, I do not want to be wasting my time. I adopted a child. We are family together. Why don't you want to move forward with me? You are being a lazy human being here, and unless you can explain there's another reason why you will not file for divorce, I am not going to put up with you or this anymore. I will always be a parent to our kids, but I cannot be with somebody that does not want to be with me.
Let me ask
fully.
you. Let me ask you this, because I mean, like it's part of the whole thing. If the cost is an issue, can you help with the cost?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, but then enough said. You've taken that away from it. So if that response comes back to you, you even have a fix for that. So Meredith is right.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want you to put down your foot and do an ultimatum because sometimes it doesn't work out in your favor, but it sounds like you're at the point. I mean, we're at 8 years now. I personally just had a friend that went through this, and she's now happy in a different relationship because after 5 years, he would not file for divorce. So you know what? She's playing with you, and you're not going to be playing games anymore. Go ahead and tell her this is an ultimatum. Do you want to have a family with me or not?
There we go. Quit playing games with my heart. With my heart.
With my heart.
With my heart. All right, there you go. Just backstreet it up. There you go. All right, we got another call coming in. No name. Hello. Welcome to Therapy Thursday, No Namer. What's going on?
Hey, Orlando. This is Stanley from Sarasota.
Okay, Stanley from Sarasota. What's good?
All right, here's my problem. I have 4 kids. I love my kids to death. My two oldest are my stepkids. Now, my oldest is 14, and the one on my stepdaughter is 13. Now, the problem I'm having is I just bought a house, and they should probably know who their real father is, but he passed away, and I'm getting a little kickback because they're getting older now and getting a little disrespectful. And I'm trying to figure out how to tell them, I've sacrificed a lot for you guys and tell them that I'm not really their real father.
Okay, so they don't know you're not their father.
I've been in their life since 1 year old and 6 months old. Their father has
So they don't remember. They only know you as a father.
They only know me.
So why is it important to tell them, to remind them that you're not their dad? Like, you are their dad. You've been there in the job. Like, you've done the job.
Absolutely. But, I have their friends. Oh, why isn't your last name the same as theirs? Why don't you look exactly like your younger...
Okay. All right.
He's feeling disrespected.
Listen, first of all, what you have to do is communication is key. You have to sit down with them and talk about the fact of what family is about. And family ain't always blood. Family is commitment. It's trust. It's the fact that they've grown up in a house that you've taken care of, and now in this new house situation, you always made sure that you've encompassed that love around them, around all 4 of your children. You said you love all your children to death. So explain that love to them. Explain to them that you do anything for them, and remind them that, hey, have you ever known a time when I wasn't here for you? So with that being said, I want you to understand, I am your father. We have, people out there who have the same blood and the same last name and who can't stand each other. We are family because we are made to be together. So we might have the same different last names because your father has passed on. But I took that job, and I gladly took it years ago when you were infants, and I'm still here taking care of you. All I ask for is respect, and you will always have mine. Give them that talk to remind them about how much you love and how much you're committed to them, because most of the times people buck back because they scared. Mm-hmm. And they feel like there's something they don't know or some sort of secret.
Or lost.
So let them know how much you feel for them, and just be honest with them, and I guarantee you'll take the gas out of that attitude. All right?
All right, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Meredith.
Love you too.
Stanley, man, appreciate you.
Good luck with everything.
Wow, that's it. You know what? Get it, man. I like the fact that you out there taking care of them kids and have to remind them. That ain't nothing wrong.
No, and that's difficult to deal with. Okay, Davi, I want you on this. Please be my therapist for the day. I have a problem with my ex. We've been broken up for 7 years now, but in January, recently, we've been hooking up again. It's been pretty confusing. It has been a lot, but yet it's comfortable, and I don't care to go and hook up with anyone else right now. But I feel like it's making him think we have a chance of getting back together when he cheated on me numerous times and was very unloyal and very insecure. It was a very stressful relationship, but I need him to know if I should just cut him off in general.
Well, you're lying to yourself if you think that he doesn't have a chance of getting back there, because him spending time with you, hooking up with you after 7 years, after you swore you would never, ever talk to him ever again, and now he's back, means that he does have a chance. So the first conversation you need to have is with yourself. Before you talk to him, you need to talk to yourself. Hey, what do I want? Because you can't play both sides. You're either in or you're out, but what you're doing right now is you're straddling the fence, and it's only going to lead to disaster. So if you want him and you can forgive him, and it's been 7 years and it's comfortable and it's nice, and you want to give him another shot, that's one thing. But him, I need to let him know that he can. No, you need to let yourself kind of figure out what direction you want to go in, because right now you're going in two opposite directions, and it's not going to end well.
Be honest with yourself.
Oh, you're in a relationship. I don't know. Maybe you're the last person to know you're in a relationship. It's not a really good one, but you're in a relationship. All right, Leon is on the phone. Leon, what's going on?
What's going on, Nando?
Hey, all right. Well, you asked for. Oh, you got him. What's your question?
Yeah, brother. So my question is, I have my wife and I. We have 3 children, 1 together, and then 2 from a previous situation that I was in.
Okay.
My oldest daughter is in her teenage years, and my question is basically, well, the issue we're having is basically my ex. Her mother allows her to do things in her home. We have 50-50 custody. She allows her to do things in her home that we don't allow to do in mine. So she kind of has the image of the fun parent, as on our end, we try to structure discipline, rules, respect as a lady, different things like that. So we're running into that issue where we get backlash or we get back talk from our daughter because it's accepted at her mom's house. She's the only child at her mom's house. She's the only grandchild with her grandma and her grandfather and everything else. So we've been battling the issue where we have to, everything we say seems to be like, oh, we're the party poopers, or we're trying to make her not have fun from how she's.
I understand totally what you're saying, and she's the older of your kids in your house, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And we also have a teenager, a preteen, and an 8-year-old.
Right. That's perfect. That's perfect ammunition. I got enough ammunition right there. Here's the deal. Here's what you need to do. First of all, don't disparage against her mom's house, because that's going to be personal against her. It's going to be hard for her to respect you if you talk trash about her mom, because she's holding her up. She's the fun parent. So the more you down you and your wife, and I'm talking about you and your whole collective of the family, just because it's different, don't downplay it, because that part of it is going to make more separation between you and your daughter. So what I would say is concentrate on the fact that, like, listen, mom can do certain things certain ways because you are just you and her. You guys know each other's ways, but you're over here showing your way that you're acting to your younger siblings, and we have a different setup here. We have to have a different amount of rules because I'm a different person. Me and your mom aren't together anymore, so I run this household the way I see fit, and you kind of have to respect that because I'm your dad, and I'm not going to disrespect how she does it. She just chooses to do it a different way because it fits her situation there. What I can't deal with is you being disrespectful to me, because we got to respect each other. I mean, and kind of talk to her on that level where you're not saying the bad way, because most people, when they point out what you're supposed to not be doing, they downplay what you are doing. So like, you could maybe be able to do that over at your mama's house, but you're not going to do that here. If you can ever think back to something that you have said in that ilk, that's why you get an attitude back. Because you done basically called my mama out her name. You know what I'm saying? And I happen to like my mama because my mama let me stay on the phone all night. And my mama let me do stuff. So separate that. Don't talk that way. Give her the respect that you like to. And tell her, I apologize for ever saying something like that, because I don't want you to see me disrespecting your mom, because it seemed to open an avenue for you to disrespect me. I want you to respect me. I'm going to respect her. We going to all respect each other, but we got a different set of rules, so let's talk about it. And talk your way through it. She's the older one. That'll set a great tone for the family, and you'll get it knocked out. All right?
Right. Appreciate you.
All right, Prem. Appreciate it.
You know what? I'm impressed.
You're impressed with
That
what?
was great advice. I was like soaking that in 100%.
I mean, you do know I'm a doctor.
Okay. I love that.
You do not understand. This whole Therapy Thursday thing.
5 stars.
Like, I'm Orlando BGYN.
For a reason.
I got stirrups and everything. I'm official. All right, can we get one more? Let's see. What do we
Do
do?
we
One
have time?
more.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do one more.
First time texter. I have now been with my boyfriend for 2 years. We are pretty serious. We live together. I want to be a mom more than anything. My boyfriend also wants to have kids. Not now, which I understand. But every time I bring up the conversation about kids, he shuts it down fast. He's had a bad experience in a past relationship where the girl lied about having his kid. He dealt with that for over 2 years until he finally found out the kid wasn't his. I feel like this issue messed him up. What should I do?
Ooh, that's painful.
It did mess him up.
Did that ever happen to you, Orlando? Somebody lied about that with you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Well, then why don't you go ahead and start?
I know. I'm not. Listen, I've talked about mine. It will mess him up. I will say, and it messes with your trust.
But it's a different relationship. You gotta let him know that, understand that you would never do that to him. But if she wants to talk about having kids, you can't just completely shut down the conversation.
I think if you have a trigger, and if your trigger is somebody messing around, if your trust issues or whatever, if they love you, they'll help you through it. But don't just immediately think that I'm okay because, I'm different. Yeah, well, that's what they told me too. So I'm still gun shy about it. So let them be gun shy.
Everybody's on their own timeline. So just because however long it's been, you feel like, hey, he should get over it by now, he's still pretty scarred by that. You said he doesn't want kids right now, which I understand. I don't know if you fully understand that.
Right.
Because
you say you understand.
Right. So if
She
this
wants
is
to talk about it, though. Can we at least have a conversation about it? You
Why
can't keep
I got to
shutting
talk
me
about
down.
something I'm not ready for right now?
In the future, women like talking about the future.
And that's what's wrong with women. Y'all got great things about you. Your curves, your softness, your smell
intelligence,
nice.
anything
Y'all
like
have
that?
some intelligence in there.
Okay.
Y'all are great planners,
Yes.
nurturers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are strong ladies, too. Like, you seen humans come out of you. Y'all are strong, but y'all talk too much. Y'all talk too much. That man don't want to talk about it, and you want to talk about it. You're like, oh, well, I know you're not ready to hear about it, but let's talk about it. Like, no, go away. No.
Okay, we're all in different little issues here.
Y'all got a lot of strengths, but just talk too much. So let that man live and let him live with that trauma that you're trying to unearth and leave him alone. He'll get around to it. And y'all can wait.
I say try to let him open up to the possibility just a little bit, but don't bring it up all
But
the
you can't
time.
force somebody to open up.
I understand that, but he should be able to be an adult and talk to me about this every once in a
But
while.
how often are you bringing it up?
Yeah.
That I
All
don't
the
know.
time.
You know what, Dobby?
Because he won't talk about it.
Dobby's message is translated to the same thing I said. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
That's your therapy right there. Shut up. Shut up.